What's going on, guys? Here's another quick review. This time I'm reviewing Afnan Precious Oud. This one is one of the samples slash decants Mr. Oz sent me. You guys can check my previous video. And that's one of the fragrances I just picked randomly. I wore it yesterday all day and twice. In fact, it was like my scent of the day and scent of the night. And I think I have a good idea, so I can just tell you what I think of it. First of all, I just want to start off by saying this one is not on Fragrantica, so there's no a note breakdown or anything. So I'm just telling you guys what I feel like I got out of it. I just want to get this out of the way. And this is Afnan Precious Oud. Precious Oud. Is it Precious? Yeah, it is Precious Oud. This is another Rose Oud combo, guys. And if you guys know me already, I feel like if you have like one or two, three Rose Oud combos, you're pretty much set. Because I think, and I'm talking about those Middle Eastern, Oriental, typical Rose Oud combos. Because I personally feel and think that they all smell alike. If like it just they like there is like various differences, but not that big of a difference that you might want to purchase too many of them, and that's just my opinion. And here's another one, but surprisingly, I thought when I picked that one, I didn't even know that it was a rose oud combo. And when I first spray it on, I thought it was just gonna be another rose oud combo, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna be smelling like a typical Oriental, Middle Eastern rose oud combo, which it is. But I feel like this is a freaking phenomenon rose oud combo, guys. Right off the bat, this fragrance is very complex. It just kept on reminding me of too many different fragrances throughout the life of this fragrance. Too many good ones, in fact. It's not overwhelming, it's not so pungent, it's not so in your face mental type of rose oud combos, which is sometimes just way too much, at least for me. But this one, very smooth. And by saying smooth, I'm not saying weak. It just got this Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Silk Mood smoothness. It just reminded me a lot of Oud Silk Mood, which is a phenomenal scent. And I feel like if I wanna purchase another Rose Oud combo, Oud Silk Mood would be next on my list, to be honest. But this one, it reminded me a lot of Rose Silk, Oud Silk Mood. I'm sorry, I'm not editing and I'm a little rumbling, so don't mind me, guys. But I'll talk about Oud Silk Mood later on. When I first sprayed this on, it reminded me of totally a different fragrance. It reminded me of Duetto by Suspiro. Uh, I only had a sample of Duetto and I wore it like a couple of times. When I first wore it, I liked it. It just, of what I remember of it, that was like a year ago or something, so I probably forgot a little bit of it, but I'm just like, it just reminded me of Duetto. I remember that Duetto was spicy, birchy, kind of like not so oody. I mean, not so rosy. I'm sorry. When you first spray it on with that, and I love Duetto for that. And I was like, this is right up my alley. I'm purchasing Duetto, but like all the other typical rose oud combo, Duetto once it dried down just turned out to be just so pungent rose oud combo. It just, what it had at first, at least on my skin, it just died down quickly and just became just a regular rose oud combo. That's one of the reasons why I didn't purchase Duetto. And once I spread this fragrance on, It just reminded me of the weather. So I thought probably just a knockoff of the weather or something, and it was just gonna become another rosewood combo once it dried down. And the total opposite. It's not as rosy as I expected to be. It is rosy enough, but the rose is not like in your face. It's just kind of like covered up with too many things. At first, I felt like it's kind of like spicy. I would probably say coriander or something, and kind of like birchy. It's kind of like it's got like that smokiness coming out of it, and I love that about it. And once it dried down, I would say within like half an hour or so, uh, I feel like I got some amber like popping up like big time, and the rose just didn't become pungent that I expected it to be, and and the birch tar, I feel it's got that smokiness, like kind of like birchy. So like Aventus, you know, like that smokiness coming out of Aventus. It's got that. So I'm guessing that's the birch tar. That's why I'm saying birch tar. Uh, Combined with the amber and the rose. And the oud is like way in the background. I just didn't really detect too a lot of oud, to be honest. And then it just reminded me of Amber Oud by Rojadov. I was like, oh, this is phenomenon. You know, when Amber Oud dries down and just becomes like ambery, birchy, like type of very smooth, silky fragrance. This is pretty much it, with added a hint of rose. Um, Amber Oud, like I feel like Amber Oud when it dries down, just you don't detect any rose, or it's like very minimal. This one the same as Amber Oud, but with rose, and the rose not overwhelming. I would say like it's kind of uh, like divided like three ways between rose, amber, and the birch tar, and it's very smooth, very silky smooth. That's why it just reminded me a lot of the smoothness of Oud Silk Mood, and it's beautiful, guys. I wore in fact it got me a compliment yesterday at work last night, and just it was beautiful. I really enjoyed that one, and I didn't feel like it was overwhelming at all. I felt it's more of a sensual, sexy fragrance. I think this is perfect for a Valentine's Day or for a date. It's not those typical grandma's hug type of rosewood fragrances. No, it is sophisticated. It's got that sophisticated feel into it. It's very well done in my opinion. It's very well made. I really enjoyed that one quite a bit. And once it dried down, it became like pretty much oud silk mood. The amber, it was still there, but it's just all the way in the background, and it just became like a rose oud birchy uh, type of fragrance. And I've detected a little bit of leather, if I'm not mistaken, or probably the oud combined with the smokiness coming out of the birch tar. It gives it that leathery feel. But I felt like it is got it's like oud silk mood with added birch tar and leather into it. Very beautiful fragrance, guys. I was really impressed with this one. It lasted on me like 7 hours, like both way. I like 7 hours during the day and 7 hours during the night. So I think it's pretty consistent. Projection was pretty good. It's not excellent, but it's not moderate. It's just right in the middle, which is perfect. It's got not a good sillage, but decent enough sillage. It's kind of like I would say the performance of Amber Oud, this is a better performer than Amber Oud. I love Amber Oud. I think Amber Oud is phenomenal. But the reason why I didn't purchase Amber Oud just didn't last on me, guys. I think this one could give you the same feeling you'll get out of Amber Oud by Roja Dav with a little bit of a better performance. So this is pretty much my take on Afnan, Precious Oud. So thank you guys for watching, and please let me know what you guys think of this fragrance. Have you guys ever tried this fragrance out? And I'm curious. And thank you. Bye.